Hello to the people, Vestin here. This is a bit of a bind, isn't it? This is a rough spot to be in. My party is at a low level, trying to extract the people trapped in the dungeon. Is almost inevitably doomed to fail. What am I supposed to do? Well, my best, for the most part. I will try to level these people up. See where that takes me. They have nothing to identify because they don't really have items. So the next step is to go into the deep, dark depths of the dungeon and level them up. I could try to fight Murphy's ghost, although I only have a single priest. I could try to expedite all of this by, say, going to level 2. We shall see. I don't really have the useful spells that I tend to rely on. I don't have the Lomilwa spell that shows me hidden passages. I don't have the powerful shield spell that works for the entire expedition. I have very little, but I will have to make use of everything I do have. What little might be. Creeping cruds inflict poison upon us, so we need to dispatch them as quickly as humanly possible, otherwise people are just gonna die. LB, my little bishop, how about you Halito these blobs? To LB, how about you also Halito the blobs? Dweep! You know, you actually... Ooh, I have the Milwa spell, by the way. I don't have low Milwa, but I have Milwa, so technically... Well, technically I could insist on... Insist on what? Casting the light spell when I need it. I can't really do much. I don't want to do much with Dweep. I want to keep him for healing purposes. Oh, 1 point of damage. Brilliant. Oh, 7 points of damage. That's significantly better. Killed. Okay. Kill the creeping crud in you know, back there. Other than that, defend, defend, defend. This is an easy fight to deal with. Especially since my frontliners have a decent bit of health. Even Marie over there at level 2 has quite a few hit points. We get a decent bit of gold. Well, I say a decent bit of gold. How much gold is that, really? I can't even check the global amount of gold because in the dungeon you don't have a global amount of gold. You have a localized amount of gold. You have the gold that a given person has. This tends to be a mighty encounter indeed when you go into this room. This is a scary place, but I'm gonna take my chances. Oh, MRE has also... Sorry, not MRE. Marie has leveled up. Well, that's wonderful. Good times. Are they immune to sleep effects? I don't know. Are they? No, they're not. Well, let's sleep them then. Catino. Catino. And let's bless my party. Fight! Can... Oh, they all fall asleep. Excellent. Well, just slaughter them, please. Catino was ineffective. Yeah, because they're all asleep already. Well, except for this guy, apparently. Well, maybe he just woke up. He's gonna be a bit cranky. Halito! Halito! Let's not do anything with the priest. Just parry. Fight! Guy down. Guy down. Oh no, V receives a bit of damage, and just like that, the enemies have been slain. Give me a chest. Here's a chest. Ah, I love those stupid chests. There's a crossbow bolt. Is there though? He takes damage. That's okay, I guess. That's wonderful. That's great. Whip. How about you, DOC? To hell. Veep has also leveled up. Does he gain experience when he heals, I wonder? Well, I guess we'll never know. Hypothetically, I could choose to just descend onto level 3. Onto? Well, down to. 2. 1 level 1 mage. Attack, attack, attack. Defend. Do we know everything there is to know about these guys? No. Inspect, inspect, inspect. Fight! We have failed to learn anything new about these guys. Alas. Do we get a chest? Let's hope not. I hate chests. coarse and rough and irritating, and they deal damage to us. Anyway, instead of exploring this bit, how about we head on back? Ow. Through the door. And over here. We use the silver key. What to our wandering eyes should appear? This stuff. Whatever this stuff ultimately is. 5 level 1 priests. That seems rough. Also, I should presumably level these guys. Okay, final encounter. Attack, attack, attack. Can we actually manage? I don't know. We know all there is to know about these guys, so there's that. Defend, 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 fight! We take them by surprise. This is gonna be a lot of experience. Although, obviously, if they cast spells on the wrong sort of targets, this might also be death. I say Catino them, if at all possible, which it is. Fight! Killed. And they fall asleep, glorious! Just one left, attack, attack, attack. This was magnificent. I mean, look at that, top shelf. That's the way you do it. You use the resources that you have at your disposal. Fancy that. Just use the resources. Do we get a chest? We don't. That's brilliant. I don't want chests. As I have mentioned, I hate chests. Because I'm not running the sort of party that has a thief in it. I'm running thiefless. And that's fine. I take some damage from chests, but less damage from enemies, because I can dispatch enemies easily. I could also learn the silly spell that lets me discover... Hold on, wrong way. Lets me discover what type of trap we're dealing with, so at least we take that bit of stuff out of the equation. So when we disarm the trap, we disarm the correct trap. I don't think I'll be able to change classes, but just out of sheer curiosity, let's see what it would take to swap Marie onto another class. I could hypothetically train Marie as a warrior and then swap Marie onto a bishop. I just need some intellect and piety on him. I could do that. I would prefer to level Marie up, get more health, and then switch to a samurai, I guess. Switching to a lord, of course, takes a while, a decent bit of effort. But that can also be done. And then instead of casting these mage spells, a lord can cast priest spells, and priest spells are quite useful. Among other things, they let you heal people. It's nice to have a warrior that can also heal. Anyway, I think we'll be transitioning to a samurai. So for now what I need to invest points into is agility and intellect. Well, let's start with agility. Instead of strength, 2 hit points. A measly 2 hit points. Pathetic. Fine, let's level up strength. And now Marie is at level 3, close to living up to 4. Awesome. LB over here gets 12 hit points. I'm upping total of 12 hit points. That's pretty nice. It's rather wonderful. And 3 attribute points, the highest roll you can get. You get between 1 and 3. Okay, we have vitality at 18. How about we add piety and intellect? Anything else? 1 more point of piety. No spells learned, notably. 4 hit points. Well, that's paltry. And 2 attribute points. I prefer LB, I guess. 1 more point of vitality and 1 more point of piety. Alright, dweep. 1 hit point, pathetic. 3 new attribute points, excellent. And spell points and spells have been learned. Let's invest in agility for the most part, I guess. Yeah, that does make sense. We want Dweep to be able to act swiftly. Other than that, there's luck, but I think we'll keep this guy as a priest. Yeah, I think I'll keep investing into agility. This is nice. 6, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. Good stuff, good stuff. I don't need to heal these people. Let's head right back into the dungeon. We can go down to level 2, maybe even level 3. Plop, 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 plop. Can we fight Murphy's ghost? I don't know, can we? Probably not. So let's not bother with level 1 as much. Let's go down to level 2 and see what we can accomplish here. We don't have the bronze key, unfortunately. Aha! 3 level 1 priests. Tack, tack, tack. Catino them. Halito them. And Badios them. Fight! Slaughtered. And slept. Slain. That was not a simple encounter. Maybe I shouldn't have expended that many resources. This is the tough part, isn't it? Oh, Marie has also just leveled up. Glorious. This is the tough part. Figuring out when you ought to expend your resources and when not. Yeah, so-called resource management is the difficult part of it. That's the sort of thing I need to keep in mind. That's the sort of thing I need to think about. Whether to cast my spells on a given creature or not. Attack, attack, attack. Defend, defend, defend. Fight. Yeah, these things are not much of a threat. Of course, they can poison them. So I shouldn't take them too lightly, but don't have to worry about them too much. 13% of a chance. No trap, okay. He opens the chest. There's no trap involved. No damage taken, glorious. There are so many nasty traps that could be there. To convince you to... Okay. We focus on the mage and we put the highwayman to sleep. We cast Catino on the highwayman. More Catino on the highwayman, unless they're immune to sleep, which would be pretty nasty. And then we just observe the highwayman. Fight! The mage is dead. At least some highwaymen fall asleep. Most of them, except for a single one, who has fled. Okay, they're no longer asleep. Halito! Final cast. Halito! Not that many casts left. Fine, Matu the party. We have been buffed. Neat. Attack, attack, attack. Defend, defend, defend. Fight. Simple. Alright, we go over here. Explore the tiniest of bits. Aha! Once again, a single mage and 6 highwaymen. Also, Tvi has leveled up, as well as Dweep and 12. Everyone is leveled up except for E. They surprise. Ah, that's a nasty wound. Most of them 3, however. Oh, that's 3 more points of damage and 2 more points of damage. E is having a rough time. Almost everyone has fled this encounter. Fascinating. Cast 1 Halito. You go ahead and Dios E, who has taken quite a beating. Nicely done. Since Dweep is... a chest. A teleporter trap, yeah, surely. Well, if it teleports us to a random place, that's gonna be hilarious. That was not a teleporter trap at all. Okay. Go ahead and Dios Welby. Magnificent. And now Dios LB. I'll have to rest these people. Have we had enough? I think we've had enough. Fully confident we've had enough. We need to head back. People have leveled up. We're also at level 2. We need to head up. We have no healing left. The time has come. As annoying as it may be to pause in the leveling up process, I am also leveling them up rather swiftly. I could have spent the gold to recruit people from the tavern, but no. I refuse. Here's Marie, leveling up to not 3, but 4. 3 attribute points, hahaha, the best roll that could have been gotten, and 9 hit points. That's quite a few hit points at the lowly level of 4. Good rolls, lots of vitality. Also strength. How about we invest in agility? Look at that. 8 points in agility, glorious. Here's Tfee. Can Tfee be turned into a samurai? Well, not with that health pool. We wouldn't want that, now would we? Or would we? I don't know. Change class to samurai. We need 4 more points of intellect. Gotta keep that in mind. More intellect for Tfee. Strength and vitality, plus some agility. Let's spend the single point on intellect. Also plus 8 hit points. Not too shabby. 45, 47, both at level 6. 34, just at level 4. Promising. It's leveled Veep up. 1 hit point, unimpressive. And 1 attribute point, the worst roll that could have been gotten. How about we give you a bit more luck? 12B, we are not gonna rest 12B. 18 hit points! Glorious, that bishop's gonna live. New spells have been learned and a single attribute point, which is absolutely pathetic. Granting it to intellect. 31 hit points on the bishop. 2 hit points, rather unimpressive. But then again, there have been decent rolls on other things for LB, so I don't know anymore. Suddenly I like LB a bit less than 12B. 4 new spells too. Dumapic, Kalki, Badios, Milwa. Is that based on luck? Is that what we're dealing with? Gonna grant a point to intellect. And a point to piety. Luck would also be nice, but I guess I don't have the luxury of being able to afford that many points invested in luck. Yes, many things would be nice, but some things are just not viable. Let's rest some of these people, because they certainly need to replenish their hit points. And back into the maze we go. Look, presumably soon enough I ought to ditch some people. And then head down and retrieve my fallen comrades. However, heading down and retrieving the fallen comrades part is going to be rather rough. Especially with a diminished party. Well, what do I do then? What do I do? What can I do? I guess I could leave an individual behind and have others carry the corpses. Now, the more people I leave behind, the more corpses I can get out at the time. However, I also need to have the gold. Oh, I haven't identified the item either. Yeah, that's also something that I'll need to take care of. Let's fight whatever is here to fight. 4 creeping cruds. Just auto-fight them. Slice, slice, and this doesn't die. Miss, miss. And they've been slaughtered. I know they can apply poison, that's still fine. We slay them. Do we get a chest? Let's hope not. We get a chest. Damn it, I hate chests. There's a poison needle though. Is there? Let's try it. No trap found. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, when the odds of identifying the trap properly are 13%. A group of friendly level 1 priests. Let's leave them. Let's hypothetically attack them, but they'll just run away, so it's not worth my time. Let's head down to level 3, see if you encounter anything. This is what I can try to level folks up. What spells do you even have? Dumapic, Catino, Mogref, and Halito. What about you? Halito, Mogref, Catino, Dumapic. What about... Hold on. Those are the mage spells, arcane spells. What about priest spells? Kalki, Badios, and Milwa. Well, if I want to make these guys into primarily... They don't... You don't have Dios? Well, I can primarily use them as damage dealers. But then again, I can just Milwa over here. Be able to reveal some things. I have Milwad. An encounter with 2 dragonflies. Oh, hell no. Well, we either slaughter them or we run away. Nothing in between. They have a 20% chance to resist magic. They're immune to fire. Not immune to Badios, though, are you? You need to cast some sort of a spell. Fine, Catino them. And you, Dveep. How about you? Fine, money for them. Fight! Money for is ineffective. This one has been slaughtered. Oh no, this one is asleep. Excellent. And down it goes. We've saved ourselves from breath damage. I hate that. Chest? No, no chest. We encounter 6 Whirlbells. Those are relatively mighty foes for our levels. Ah, 6, 4. Whoa! The foes have surprised us. Hit and miss. Well, that's just them. Whoa, 14 points of damage. Well, thankfully they're attacking our mighty, sturdy front line. Whoa, okay, front line is paralyzed and poisoned. Do we run away? There's 6 of these guys and one of our frontliners has been paralyzed. Yes, and we also are incapable of removing paralysis. Yes, that's right. Matu. Failed to run away. Uh-oh. Please run away. Oh, and paralyzed. No, I'm not. No, not like this. We've been buffed. Come on, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Don't fall into a pit. Failed to run away. Damn it! Did we get a single attempt at running away per fight? Run! Yes, we have ran away, but we might fall down a pit. Please don't run too far. Okay. We're going back. I know. Okay. Dios. The person lowest on health and poison. Okay. 21 hit points. Will that be enough? Probably not. Damn it, shouldn't have pressed shift. Come on, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here, quickly now. Does that count turns or real time? I don't know. Ow. Don't really have healing implements. They're losing a point every so often though. An encounter with falls up. I can't really attack. Wait, you... At this level you gain the ability to turn undead? That's brilliant! Turn undead, turn undead! Turn undead, turn undead! Cast Calfor. No trap. Just open it then. Up we go. Come on. Come on. With level 1. Poison will be removed the moment we get to the surface. 3, 2. Elby's dead. E is gonna live. Well, back to this nonsense again. Well, we resurrect the guys who were supposed to go down there to save the other guys. Well, I've got over 2k gold. Hey, guys at the temple. Can you help LB? Oh, you can help LB. Excellent. Please, resurrect LB. For 5k. Okay, now we just need paralysis removed on E and Marie. Wonderful. Excellent. Now they'll have to rest at the inn, further depleting their vim. But other than that, we have some gold. 800 gold. Guess it could have been worse. Even though it's still pretty bad. Also, currently my bishops can turn undead, which is glorious. Now, dealing with the living dead should be relatively straightforward, shouldn't it? Yes, it certainly should. Okay. These are the spell points that I have. Dweep certainly needs to rest to recover them. Unless we want to wait for Dweep to level up. How close are people to leveling up? Tvi, not anywhere near. E on the cusp, I tell ya. Same goes for Marie. Twelby, halfway there. Dweep, almost there. LB, again, halfway there. Leveling bishops up takes a decent chunk of experience, but it's worthwhile. Am I seriously about to not replenish any? Ah, fine. Just rest. 8 spell points recovered. Brilliant. We enter the maze again. Plop, 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 plop. For the most part, I guess we need better equipment, but I seem to be unwilling to invest in better equipment. Also, my guys have better equipment, and they're down there. Dead. Yeah, it's just for the sake of expediting leveling up, I guess. Oh, a level 1 mage. I think we can take this guy on easily. Oh, there are things we don't know about this guy. Fair enough, hold on. Attack, attack, attack. Inspect, inspect, inspect. Fight. One person hits the guy and he dies. Okay, this is what we know. He can run away or cast level 1 spells. Duh. No chest. Marie has leveled up. Excellent. Let's enter this room and fight whatever there's nothing to fight here. An encounter with fall gas clouds. I hate gas clouds. They can cast tier 2 arcane spells, run away, and they can paralyze. Also, they're immune to sleep. Which is terrible because sleep is arguably the best thing we have at our disposal. As far as dealing with these sorts of menaces is concerned. I don't think I can money for these guys, so let's just do nothing with the priest. They'll just defend. You go ahead and Halito the elementals. Fight! Slice, slice. Spell, spell, and all of them are gone. Better than taking damage, I say. Significantly better than just forcing my guys to take damage. And just like that, Marie, E, and Dweep have leveled up. But let's level up some more people. I know I can do that. I know I can accomplish that. But at level 2, we will fight some guys at level 3. Because we can. Keep in mind that my party is down at level 6. An encounter with 4 rotting corpses. That surprised me. Oh, they can also paralyze... Yeah, speaking of the fact they can also paralyze people, here's this bit of nonsense. Turn on dead! Turn on dead! Turn on dead! Yes! Turn on dead! Turn on dead! Turn on dead! Down they go. Glorious. Gotta love our religious expedition. Our holy crusade against the living dead. I know that one of my guys has been paralyzed. 5 level 3 ninjas. Can we actually take these guys on? That sounds rather unlikely. Well, I guess we'll have to do our best. Cast all the spells we have at our disposal. Catino, I guess. Oh no, they're immune to sleep. Never mind, let's not Catino them. That's stupid. Instead, we should Kalki the party. Matu the party. And Badios these guys. Fight! We get a bonus. Let's hope they don't execute us. Oh, E has been poisoned. That's cute. Of course, they can poison or execute on the spot. Attack, attack. Cast. They're not immune to fire. Halito them. Dweep, you're gonna have to heal, but other than that... Have we matured the party? Well, if not, we should. Matu the party. Halito them, fight! Right, the party has been matured. Attack, attack. Cast Halito. Cast what? Let's Badios them. It's preventative medicine, so to speak. Fight! Okay, 3 left. Come on. Obliterate them. You guys need to be better organized. Casting these spells pretty much randomly. You should pick the same target. Kalki, Milwa. No, this is useless. Fine, just fight them? That's not gonna fly. Badios. And Badios once more. Fight! 1 left. None left. We're leaving. That's a decent bit of level ups. Okay, okay, okay. We're going through here. I understand you're hurting, guys. I will heal you soon enough. We have the healing at our disposal. $11 hit points. 10. Okay, okay. Dweep. Dios and 12B. Oh, 12B. Up to 19. 27. I'll have to do for now. An encounter with 3 level 1 priests. Attack. Attack. Kalki. You just defend, and LB, go ahead and cast Badios on them. Fight! 1 dead. Second one almost dead. Slaughtered. 12B got hit. Attack, attack, attack. Cast Dios on 12B. Oh no, no more spell slots. Matu! And you... Halito them. Come on, just slay the guy. Just slay the guy. You can't let him out. Damn it. You can't just keep dealing damage to our guys. We don't have the hit points to sustain that. Don't give me a chest. The chest could kill us. Okay, 13 hit points left. Come on, don't die on me. You have so much to live for, right? Yeah, 12 is not gonna die. Okay, maybe she is. Maybe that's what vitality is for. 6, 5, 4. Yes! And just like that, we get rid of poison. Okay, well, that was quite something, wasn't it? Oh boy, alright. Can I transition E into, I think I've checked that before, but let's check again, because I have a lot of stuff to keep track of. No, E can only become a samurai with 4 more points of int. What about Marie? Int and agility. Alright, then in that case... Intellect, right? And how many points was that? 4. 4 points of intellect to become a samurai. Alright, just making sure. 1 attribute point. Oh, golly. Here you go. A single attribute point. And a single hit point on a warrior! The worst roll imaginable. Oh, boy. Here's E. Or 3E. At a glorious level 7. Marie over here has maximum strength and vitality, which is great. Gets a single hit point, which is pathetic. Velby. Ah yes, sorry about that, of course. Velby is a bishop. Gets 2 new attribute points, that's acceptable. 3 hit points, better than the warriors, hilariously enough. 3 arcane spell points, 2 divine spell points, and 4 new spells. The Dildo spell, Sophic spell, Dios spell, and Badios spell. Tvelby can now heal. We need more intellect and piety on Tvelby. And yes, we are going to rest Tvelby. Our dedicated priest, Dweep. 3 attribute points, the best roll you can get. Also plus 23 hit points! What is happening here? What is that roll? What happened? 23? That's more than he's got! See, that's what you get for being a dwarf. Why would you want a dwarf to be a priest or bishop instead of an elf? Well, because you're gonna get the hit points, that's why. The elves might have some resistances against spells or whatever, but the dwarves just have pure, raw hit points. Anyway. It's piety and vitality. I think we have to invest in some agility or luck. Agility or luck. How about 1 point of luck and 2 points of agility? How about we try that? We get Montino, Lomilwa, Dialco, and Latuma pick. Hold on. If we have those spells, what do they do exactly? Softness, cures paralysis. I have Dialco. I can unparalyze Tvi. This is awesome. Okay, I don't need to pay the temple. Okay. LB. 10 hit points. 2 new attribute points. The Dilto spell. The debuff. And 2 arcane spell points. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Glorious. It's slow. It's obviously going to be slow on a bishop, but we'll get there eventually. We will get there. More intellect and more piety, please. Excellent. We need to rest the... I'm not going to just rely on healing I get from these guys. Let's enter the maze again, boldly now. Stride into it. Beep. Go ahead and cast Dialco. Antvi. No more paralysis for you, my friend. I can also Lamilwa. And I presumably should. There's probably a greater light spell that gets rid of all of this magical darkness, but presumably we need a very high level to access that. Okay, I've repositioned them. Level 7, level 6, level 5. 5, 5, 5. Things are looking up. And everything has been lit up quite a bit, hasn't it? Look at that. Look at that. A greater light spell. It's really making a difference in terms of how well we can see things. Just auto-fight them. Slice, slice. And deal, please. We should at least get some experience from this, although the chests are the biggest threat. So presumably we shouldn't fight low-level monsters because of the chest threat. It's so much brighter. It's incredible. You'd think the difference would just be in the fact that you can see hidden pathways, but no, you can genuinely see a decent bit better. Is there anything else I can actually genuinely discover on level 2? Is there some hidden passageway over there? I don't know. I'm willing to explore, though. I'm willing to check it out. I don't think there's anything else over here. This path we know all too well. Wait, what? There's the winding path to the stairs, but... Oh, right. This is the path you take. Never mind. Of course, this is the path you take. What about this? We don't know. This is where the bronze door leads to, so no dice there. We should go over here. And now that we're here, we're not going to be able to get particularly far down this path. Because we don't have the frog statuette. Nope. Do we go to the side or do we go down? If we go down, there's this bit that we can explore. It's not that much of a difference, I guess. Actually, let's go over here, see what happens. Ah! 3 level 1 priests and some rogues. Let's focus on slaying the priests, shall we? And what can you people cast? Can you silence them? You can dilto people. That's not what I want. Who's immune to what? I think I might be able to Catino the rogues. Oh no, the priests have no resistances. No resistances to sleep whatsoever. Okay, let's Catino both of them. How about that? Dweep over here. Our dedicated priest. I might start casting Latuma Pick just to be able to figure out who I'm facing. And the sorts of foes I do not have the luxury of inspecting more thoroughly by the rest of the party. Should have inspected the spirits with the Latuma Pick spell, I guess. This is the sort of thing you should do with the priest if your party is on full health. You're not gonna use the spell slots for other things for the most part because you really want to keep them handy for when you need to heal. So, in the opening turn, you could hypothetically cast the identification spell and figure out what you're dealing with, if you don't know already. But if you know what you're facing already, you're presumably facing a low-tier threat. So there's also that. LB cannot heal, so Badios seems like the right thing to cast. Otherwise, well, the only other thing I can do hypothetically is cast Kalki to buff my party, which isn't half bad of an idea. Fight! One killed. One guy, please. Continue cast, ineffective. Some of them flee, some of them die. It's not that clear, I guess. But whatever. We don't get a chest. We're here, aren't we? So that would mean we're here? I think so. A dungeon's dark? No, 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 no. When it's not lit. Yeah. This is the pit trap. You can heal, which is awesome. But how about we leave that for after the encounter? I would say Halito these slimes. They have no resistance to fire. The Veep might as well Dios Tfi. And LB cannot heal. I might as well Kalki the party. Oh, Badios something. Badios something. Go ahead and deal damage. Badios, the frontline creeping cruds. Attack, 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 defend. Defend, defend. Fight. Slaughtered. Let's not fall for the stupid pit trap again. Alright, you get disgorged over here in the labyrinthine part of the maze. You go through here, you end up somewhere right here. Huh. I guess there isn't another spot I could hypothetically visit. This is the pit trap. Well, this is what I know. This place I cannot access because I don't have access to the bronze key. This part of the dungeon is inaccessible because I don't have the frog statue. Arguably the most mysterious level so far. This is... I might cast some spells here. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, I should use up the spell slots on these people. Absolutely. Toma 2, so buff them so that they do not get hit, and Halito, heal damage to these guys. I could AoE, but I would have to actually have access to AoE spells for that to... Well, for me to be able to do that, I guess. So I kinda can't AoE. I would if I could. It's the simplest way of putting it. Attack, 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 defend, defend, defend. Well done. Slice, slice, and they go down. We don't need particularly great rolls, we're doing just fine. And of course, we're desperately trying to level people up, so we're not gonna stop here, we're not gonna head back. Oh, hold on, so we are trying to level people up. Might as well open the door over here and fight a group of friendly level 1 priests. You know what? Fight them. Hi guys, attack, attack, attack. Sleep them. Silence them. Fry them. Fight. They were silenced for 3 rounds. Glorious. So they're just gonna try to deal damage using brute force, which is not gonna work particularly well. Look at this guy. No free speech for you. See, it's not freedom from consequences. The consequences are you die. Anyway. There's a trap. The trap shall be disarmed by you. No trap found. Never mind, there is no trap. You're just incompetent. Ow. Should stop smacking my head into walls. Oh, Mold Priest. Attack, attack, attack. Can you sleep him? No, you can't. Well, in that case, just, well, yeah, sleep them, sorry. This sleeps them, and I wanna Montino them, so silence them. And LB is gonna Halito them, fry them. They were silenced, so they cannot cast spells. Slice, slice. And the priest dies. Oh, the level 5. Yeah, they don't feel like it, do they? They have a handful of spells. The sort of spells I would imagine on a level 2 or level 3 character, but that's because the bishops, they suck. Yeah, they have access to a high variety of spells, but they are low-tier spells. They're pathetic. Fine, head on down. Right here. Open the door and immediately get... No? Okay. An encounter with 2 dragonflies. I hate these things. Attack, attack, attack. Oh, we have surprised the enemies. Yes. What do I even do? There's nothing to identify. Defending is pointless because you surprise them. Fine. Turn undead. Turn undead. Actually, running when you surprise is a nice thing to do. Because then you get an extra turn to try to get away. We've just slain them. Excellent. I'm really playing it down, but I'm really glad we've been able to slaughter these guys. They're incredibly annoying because of the breath attack. They can down your frontliners like that. Then again, sorry, frontliners. Backliners too. My backliners have so much health. Look at this. 34, 35, 44 hit points on a priest. Also, my priest, my dedicated priest has leveled up. As has Mri. Mri is now at level 6. Well, will be. But let's trudge. Hold on. Oh, you can para... Oh, you've surprised me. Attack, attack, attack. Guess what? Turn undead, turn undead, turn undead! Back into the abyss! Yeah, that's what you get. Ooh, a chest. Okay, you inspected. There's an anti-mage trap. Oh, you try to open it. That triggered a teleporter trap. The party is teleported. What? But we're still here. Did we just get teleported to literally the exact same spot? Or are we actually in a different place that looks exactly the same? Which is viable. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Bobby! Give me my pick. This is safe. This is perfectly safe. Okay. Well, we could hypothetically go over here and descend. And what are the downsides to that exactly? We're down at level 3, we'd go down to level 4. Can we handle level 4? I think we can. Also, in order to level these people up, I might want to expose them to higher threat levels. Okay, let's go to level 4. Not a step further. The thing right... Oh. 6 level 3 priests. This encounter might level people up, or it might just kill them. Most importantly, we need to silence them. They can poison, they can run away, cast tier 2 spells. Not on my watch, guys. Okay, what can we cast here? Dilto, that would be useful, but other than that, Kalki, so a blessing on the entire party. Badios, Milwa, healing. Let's see, damage dealing is what I need the most. Dilto them, just to be on the safe side. We need to be able to hit them. Dweep can only cast priest spells because it's a dedicated priest. I have one cast of Dialco and I'm holding onto it for dear life. I also have some healing at my disposal. I need to silence these guys, but I can't because I ran out of spells in this slot. Am I about to do nothing? My goodness, yes, I'm about to do nothing. Just defend. LB, what do you have at your disposal? One cast of Badios. Then there's some Catino. Could Dilto them some more. They're not immune to sleep. Catino them. Fight! Catino was ineffective. What do you mean was ineffective? Now hold on, this guy's asleep. Don't attack the guy who's asleep. They receive a penalty. A little easier to hit. And almost everyone has been silenced. Attack, attack, attack. Sopic is not the way to go. So we Badios them. Defend. And defend because you cannot cast spells, you're silenced. Slain. Some damage will be taken, but we should be able to prevail. You do have Dios spell slots. Dios yourself. Dweep is no longer silenced. Might as well Dios Tvi. LB is still silenced. Defend. Fight. Come on, finish him off. The priest flees. Of course he does. Poison! Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to spend that. Spellcast. Of course we get a chest. Who will inspect the chest? You! No trap found. What? I selected the option to inspect the chest, haven't I? Whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter. We suck so much at disarming traps. Might as well just open them. Dweep. Cast. I don't have anti-poison tech. Oh. Well, I guess we're leaving. I need to keep Tvi alive and leave the dungeon. Other than that, well, you know, I only have 2 people who have leveled up. I would have preferred more, but unfortunately, there's the problem of poison that I cannot handle quite yet. Not with anyone, not even my precious priest. He can deal with paralysis, but not with poison. 36 HP. Welby, you have some healing, don't you? Yes, you do. 2 casts of Dios coming right up onto Tvi. Tvi is not dying here. And of course, this happened in part because Tvi only has armor class 3. Due to insufficient adventuring gear, I could have equipped Tvi with a helmet. Might have been the better choice in terms of money spent than refusing to equip a helmet, refusing to buy a helmet for what little gold we have, but no. I wanted to save money to be able to retrieve the actual proper party that's down there. And look where that has gotten us. Okay, well, poison has been removed as we have surfaced. Glorious, but now we need to heal Tvi. Of course, when that happens, that's just a vitality siphon. It's just gonna remove all the health from Tvi. So we shouldn't just blindly do that every single time. What about Marie? We presumably need significantly more intellect to be able to transition Marie from a fighter to a samurai. 2 points of agility, 2 points of intellect. Three attribute points, okay. 2 points in agility, 1 point of intellect. Oh, and plus 20 for the hit points. That's a lot of hit points. I get the impression that, yes, Marie at level 7 is gonna have more hit points than E. Yeah, because Marie at level 6 is gonna have more of them. So obviously at level 7, even adding 0, Marie is gonna have more. Some characters just get better rolls. That's just the thing. Oh, also plus 3 attribute points, best roll you can get. Maybe I should just select the best of the best. And have the rest, I don't know, flounder. Just leave them in town as a spell party. You know, to a certain... Yeah, I probably should leave some people behind in the tavern instead of leaving them behind in the dungeon or whatever. Yeah, leave a spell party behind. Venture with a couple of people you really... Yeah, a couple of people you really trust. I don't know about that. Confirm the level up. 59 HP! 59! But then again, that's close to the backliners, which is preposterous, but nonetheless true. Tvi, rest up. Oh, some Vim has been consumed. How are you doing? 97%. Yeah, okay, you'll be just fine, I think. 2 attribute points and a single hit point. Pathetic! Give me better rolls. Okay, if I want better rolls, I guess I need more luck, don't I? Fine, investing those attribute points in luck. Dweep is still in a decent spot. 45 hit points. It's quite a few. Wait, that's it? No additional spells learned? No additional spell slots gained? That's it? That's rather disappointing, wouldn't you say? E isn't really particularly close to leveling up, but then again, neither is Marie. V is relatively close to leveling up to 7, so there's that. 12B is close, and so is LB, so they're gonna be 6 soon enough. We're getting there, we're slowly getting there. However, the spell slots have basically been depleted. Dweeps have been restored because of the level up, but other than that, I'll mostly have to rely on the frontliners. I guess I'm willing to take the plunge. I guess I am willing to just delve into the dungeon with these guys and level up the bishops without having much on them. So they're not gonna contribute a particular lot, but they're gonna benefit a decent bit. They're gonna be free riders over here. That's the plan. These guys are indeed getting close in levels to my guys deep down in the dungeon. Can I actually check the status in the tavern? Is that at all possible? No, you can only check the guys in town. Which does make a degree of sense. Well, the guys in the dungeon were at best, I think, level 9. Reaching level 10 is not something I've accomplished quite yet. So the guys over here are quite high level. They're not that far off. Of course, the biggest struggle over here is, on one hand, the fact that Dweep cannot remove poison yet. Unfortunate for a priest, since I'm relying on him for quite a lot. I'm relying on him for keeping the entire party alive. He doesn't have the mighty buff I used to have, which is also a rather unfortunate circumstance. I also do not have mages, and my mages had magnificent AoE, so there's that little problem. I do have LB and 12B. The bishops, they're slowly learning, extremely slowly, but they're learning. They're learning spells from both schools, the more basic ones, but they are versatile in that capacity. They will eventually learn both to heal and to deal some damage. So that might make some degree of sense. Whether I will actually want to have 2 bishops with me, I do not know. However, considering the fact that for the most part I want a priest to turn undead, and they already can do that, and I also want a handful of spells from the priest, a handful of high-level spells, I might just replace both the mages and the priests with bishops. And only fall back on the services of my good old Bishop Dweep when I need to resurrect someone or remove paralysis or something like that. It's not ideal, but getting rid of the rogue seems like a reasonable idea. Opening chests will become annoying, but at the same time, that's better than having encounters with enemies be the tough part. If you can make encounters with enemies easy, I think that's absolutely worth it. I think that's the way to go. You can deal with chests. You can use a spell to discover which trap you're dealing with, and then you can take your chances disarming it. If you take some damage or get poisoned, whatever, you should be able to get gold and items off of the chest. But if you can't face, say, dragons out there, or furious, horrifying undead wraiths, then what is the point? The chest is rather unlikely to kill you. It's only going to attack you at worst once. The enemies out there are horrifying. They can just slaughter your entire party. I understand the attrition you may be dealing with in terms of chests, because it's one chest after another, and you can't run away from a chest. Nevertheless, I think ditching the rogue is the right way to go. And I don't think I can add a ninja to my party. I don't know if ninjas can actually deal with chests. I don't know. They presumably can, and they presumably are gonna be as good as anyone can be. Maybe slightly worse than rogues. But my party is a good party, so I will presumably either be unable to or ought not to add ninjas to it. Lords are gonna be nice because they also learn priest spells. It's gonna be a nice way to round things off, so I can heal with frontliners after the battle is done. Giving me more sustain, the ability to delve even deeper into a given dungeon. Those are my current thoughts. Next up, I dive relatively deep into the dungeon to level these people up again, so that hopefully they can learn a bit again. Will I actually make my warriors into low-level samurai? Even if I can, I don't necessarily think so. Warriors, especially because of the buffed up stats early on, get a decent bit in terms of, let's say, health. And since you preserve all the hit points when you transition them to samurai, but you need to bump them up in terms of stats so that they start gaining stuff again, I think it might be worth it for me to jack them up in terms of whatever health they have, and then fairly late, once it becomes very difficult to level people up, then and only then actually drop them down to level 1 so that they're easy to level up as samurai with a lot of HP alongside that. But then again, this is what I've been doing with the main party. It does seem like, indeed, yet again, I'm building up another main party. And it seems like delving down to level 6, I will mostly be there to retrieve the loot off of the corpses, not for any other purpose. But a noble goal, that is nonetheless, to an extent. I might mix and match them. I might bring some people out and resurrect them, add them to this party, and then we shall see. For now, however, thank you all so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.